Hi everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm an assistant editor at Edutopia. And in this video, I wanted to talk about creating AI tutors. Now, as you probably know, AI can definitely hinder student learning. If a student turns to ChatGPT, for example, to discuss their math or English or science homework, then ChatGPT is generally just going to give them the answer outright, which is obviously not useful to their learning. But two 2024 studies, one out of Harvard and one out of the University of Pennsylvania, have found that interacting with AI chatbots actually can benefit student learning if those bots are specifically designed not to give away the answers, but rather to ask students probing questions. So in this video, I wanted to show how you can create an AI tutor like this so that after a lesson, your students have somewhere to review the material. And for this, we're going to be using the free platform MagicSchool AI. So after signing up for a free MagicSchool account, we'll go to Magic Student and hit Create New Room. And then we'll be asked to customize the room a bit. We can give it a name. For grade level, let's say 5th grade, a max number of students. And then on this step, we can add tools to the room. For this, we just need one, the custom chatbot tool. So I'll hit Add and then Next. And then on this step, we can customize our chatbot. Give it a name, a description, but most importantly, we can give it a set of instructions that it will carry over across all future interactions. So I'll paste in a prompt that I refined after interacting with the bot a little bit, and we'll include this below so that you can copy and paste it and refine it to your own needs. It asks the bot to do a few things. Most importantly, in accordance with the research, it tells it not to give away the answer directly, but rather help students come to their own conclusions. And I've also found it helpful to tell the bot to begin each chat with the same question, just to standardize interactions a bit. We'll toggle this to hidden, and that prevents students from changing the prompt later on. And one more thing you can do is give the bot some additional background knowledge. Now, I assume it already knows what photosynthesis is, but just to give it a better sense for the sorts of things students might need to know about photosynthesis, I downloaded some grade level relevant resources from the Encyclopedia Britannica and National Geographic that I'll provide it with. And then we'll hit Next and Save, and finally launch Room. And 5 to 10 seconds later, we now have a URL that we can send to students so they can join our room. So let's see what it looks like from their end. So following that link, a student will be asked to type in their name and hit Join. They don't even need to create an account or anything. And once they've acknowledged, now they can find the chatbot that their teacher created. So if we click that and hit Generate, let's see what we see as our student here. It takes a bit to load the first time, but about 10 seconds later here, we now have that question that we asked it to give. What do you already know about photosynthesis? So as a student, I'll say something like, I think photosynthesis is how plants turn sunlight into glucose. And let's see what it says in response. And again, this bot is a bit slower than some other chatbots out there, but it is entirely free to use. That's a great start. You're right that photosynthesis involves converting sunlight into glucose, but let's build on that knowledge. Can you think about what other ingredients a plant might need? Here's a hint from the air and soil. So yeah, a student can continue to have interactions with this bot and build their understanding of the class material. And it will continue to ask questions rather than give answers. So hopefully this was a helpful tutorial for how to create a bot like this so that your students have somewhere to rehearse the class material on their own time. And if you happen to use a tool like this already, definitely let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye.